because, as we've discussed before, that's only really in deleted scenes, which we need to make Preacher's line later in the film, "This is for Skogs," means something, and that you get that just from this scene. Without this scene, that line can't be in the film. The Susan Carter scene in the bathroom, I don't know. That does feel unnecessary, because he's dressing his wounds, he's explaining what he's doing, like he's covering the burn in oil so the skin's starting to hemorrhage and the sharks can smell the blood, which, okay, fine, but I think if you just cut that whole bit out, you don't need it.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah. And I guess it was longer.
Oh,
yeah.
No thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
20 minutes or something.
Yeah, it was just, she told a monologue about growing up as a young girl, and her father
was an ostracized child, always on the sidelines.
That's right. And
Kids
then
made fun of her.
She hates
She
people.
always dreamed of playing poker.
She became
just
a mad
wanted to play
scientist
one game of poker.
in order to show them. This is very the plot of Iron Man, that I'm making up right there.
Yeah. So wait, was she Mickey Rourke?
No, she was Rebecca. What's her name?
Rebecca Hall?
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah, LL Cool J's Mickey Rourke because he's got the bird.
Oh.
There you go.
Wait, who's Sam Rockwell?
Scoggins!
Oh my gosh.
Man. Yeah, he needs to bust out some dance moves though.
Super tanned hands.
Oh man. So Sam Jackson's Fury.
Yeah, obviously.
Wow. Who's Brenda?
I feel like Scarlett Johansson and Gwyneth Paltrow would be Janice and Susan in some respects. Oh no, because Susan's Rebecca Hall. So then Brenda is Scarlett Johansson.
Whoa.
There you go.
That would be amazing. Okay, can we do something real quick? I was thinking about this, and so Preacher's a baker. He has made some beautiful, beautiful cakes in this movie.
I can't read that.
And so I just covered up my notes so Megan couldn't read it.
It's like 2 feet away, and it's your handwriting.
I got my feelings
it's
hurt.
upside down.
I got my feelings hurt very badly earlier. I was like, Megan, don't read my notes. And she was like, I couldn't read it if I tried. So I just, ugh. You know that scene in Hot Fuzz where he goes to Cate Blanchett and he's like, "Are you with Todd?" And she's like, "I would never get with Todd." And he goes, "Oh." He dropped his head. That was me.
Todd, like someone I want to be with. Yeah.
Oh, hey there. So, Megan and I have been watching the Great British Bake Off. And actually,
Yes,
I never thought I'd ever, so we're on we did 2014, 2015.
Third collection.
Yeah, now we're on 2016, I think. And I never thought I'd watch reality again because I worked in reality and I hated reality television with a passion for years. And
all of us hate reality just a little bit more.
That's right. But reality, it's so fabricated and yada, yada, yada. But for some reason, the show really caught me. And I started thinking about LL Cool J being a baker with his cakes. So, I want to know something. You have 5 characters. And they're down to the final 5 in the Great British Bake Off. Who wins? Peeta Mellark from the Hunger Games.
Oh,
not just because of his name, Peeta. But he can make good bread.
Oh,
remember?
Not because of his name, Peeta. Oh, jeez.
He makes bread, right? He's a good bread maker.
He is a baker.
Yeah.
He's strong because he carries those big bags of flour.
Yeah, he can throw things.
Jake
he can
quoting
throw
the
things.
material.
Then you have Anna Pascal from Stranger Than Fiction, right? A baker.
Okay.
Then you have Preacher from Deep Blue Sea. You have Annie from Bridesmaids. And you have Ronnie, Nicolas Cage from Moonstruck. So, it's down to the 5. We don't have to pick an order of who goes, unless you want to do that. Like, who places 1 through 5. Let's do this. Who ends up in the finals, and who wins? Alright, so Megan went first earlier, Jay. Who do you think would be in the finals between these 5? Peeta, Anna, Preacher, Annie, Ronnie.
Okay, well, Peeta isn't going to make it to the final. He's good at the decorating, and he can make bread, but I feel like beyond, because he has to camouflage his face to like a rock. I really hate the Hunger Games films. I just want to get that out with them. I really hate that whole franchise. I have my reasons. But Peeta Mellark he's my least favorite character in the entire franchise as well. So he's lucky to have made it into the quarterfinals. He's out straight away. I'm saying as I'm the judge. I'm just kicking him out. I don't even care how well he does in that quarterfinal. He's gone. But I think that if it's bread, then he's good because he's a baker in that respect. But I don't think that the world that they live in is I don't think they make many cakes and biscuits and things in that world. I think it's real simple stuff. So he's good at the bread. He's good at decorating it somehow. But beyond that, no, gone. So he's out.
Yeah, they don't like the real basic people past the very first few episodes. They want more flash than that.
Except for that cool Scottish guy from
Oh
2014.
my gosh. He was funny.
Oh, I really liked him. He had a meltdown in the final, didn't he? He did a real terrible.
No,
final.
he lasted till
Just past
the
halfway.
middle, but he baked. He just baked real
The
normal
same
stuff.
shortbread
Oh, I'm thinking of a
biscuit.
different season. And there's an engineering student, I think, who I'm always drawn to them. I always want him to win. And he did great every week, and then the final, everything went to hell. And it just had a terrible weekend. They had to do the final of the Bake Off.
All right, so then Peta's out, and you have Anna, Preacher, Annie, and Ronnie.
I feel like Annie and Anna, Annie, Anna, and Ronnie, they are professional bakers. Like, all they do is bake, like cakes and everything. Whereas Preacher is more of an all-round guy. Mm-hmm. He doesn't just do cakes; he does everything else. So I feel like he might be spread a little thinner than the rest of the others who just do the baking. So, as much as I don't want to say it, I think Preacher might not make it to the final.
Whoa!
I mean,
I'd love it if he did.
Baker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably has a decent range, but not, like you said, anything too technical.
His shark pie would be delicious.
That's actually, yeah, because the other guys do the baking, but sometimes they throw in make a meat pasty, make a savory dish, and then he would destroy them out of the water with his. Well, also he's like got some specialized stuff. If they do a finish week, then he's going to reign supreme.
Man, give us some Holland.
Helsinki hollandaise all over the place.
I mean, he's good with eggs. Eggs Benedict. If you can get that egg perfect, then you could easily mix it with flour and kind of understand the mixture.
Or anything that's a meringue.
Ooh.
Or an angel food
I've
cake.
changed it. He's in the final. He's through. I'm going to get rid of Nick Cage. I feel like he's got to be good, but he has the handicap of only having one hand, which in baking, you need to be able to, I feel like two hands help you bake. I'm sure there are one-handed bakers out there, but this is top of the top of the top. This is competitive stuff. And I feel like the others having both hands is going to help. I feel like I may have offended some listeners. I apologize.
Yeah.
And who's going to win out of those three? I have no idea.
I think Ronnie doesn't have the temperament, too. Ronnie would get pretty flustered.
I think Annie has a good shot at winning because she made some pretty ornate cakes, and people liked her stuff as well, the taste. And, they're all about the taste, but also the look.
The raccoons loved her cake.
Yes, the raccoons were very impressed.
Anna, Maggie Gyllenhaal, she's got a bit of a temper as well. She can get a bit acerbic at times, so she could lose it just if she's having a bad weekend. It could get to her, and I can see it going that way.
True.
But she has got a lot of different flours to bake with. I love Strange Nonfiction.
Yeah, that's why I added. When I added this, I'm like, you're going to love this.
I appreciate it.
I was surprised you didn't mention Mandy Moore from Because I Said So, because she has this whole scene around, timing your souffles to be perfect and the catering company they ran.
I was going to find 13, but last week when I tried to rattle off the 28 door opening scenes during an episode, I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah,
so
we skipped the central half.
I had to have Nick Cage. I had to have a guy named Peta. And then Annie and Anna are obvious, so I just had to do that. So who's winning it all?
So I had Annie winning. Annie winning with Preacher and Anna in the final.
I concur.
Wow. So Anna, Preacher, and Annie in the final.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it comes down to Annie winning.
Yep.
Now, I have a question. So Annie, when she makes that cupcake, it seemingly takes her hours for a perfect cupcake. What's she going to do with a 2-hour time limit?
She's going to practice a lot at home.
Yeah.
She'll make a slightly less ornate cupcake.
Okay.
Basically, she'll work out the timing and think, I haven't got time to do quite this much decoration. I'll simplify it and I'll still win.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I buy it. I like it.
Yeah.
What if you switch the movies? Bridesmaids starring LL Cool J and Kristen Wiig as Preacher.
I think Preacher in Bridesmaids, he would be less annoyed at Rose Byrne's character for booking that whole band. I can't remember the name of the band at
Wilson
the wedding.
Phillips?
Yes, he would just sing it himself.
Oh,
He would just get up there
yeah.
and do the deepest, bluest rap, and that would blow anything else out of the water.
That would
sure.
be great. Mark would have loved that at the wedding.
Oh, if he came out,
Yeah.
man. Imagine him just on the airplane going, I'm ready to party.
He would be funny.
Him and Melissa McCarthy together?
Oh, yeah.
They'd crush it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that, yeah.
He
needs to be in the Spy sequel.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah, that would be really fun.
He'd be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about the kitchen fight with Kristen Wiig as Preacher battling a shark? Her doing the prayer at the end with Saffron Burrows and Thomas Jane.
Oh, fighting the shark, I think she's obviously lighter than LL Cool J, so the shelving rack that she would climb wouldn't necessarily topple over when she's startled by the bird, so that might go in a different direction. Mm-hmm. And she would more easily fit into the oven, but then he doesn't see, that's not really a problem for him.
No.
He seems to be able to move around there quite easily. I don't know her diving ability to jump off of that oven door.
Yeah, I don't know what her physicality is as far as athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
She's a good physical comedian, but that's a different skill.
Yeah.
Be interesting, right? You have a good visual in your eye now. Her speech to Sam Jackson during the party would be weird, too.
I think I would want to see her in the new Wonder Woman movie because I think it's a more serious and physical role for her. I would like to see that first. Yeah. And then decide.
Put her in the remake.
Let's regroup in a few months.
Let's reconvene and have this discussion again. I love it. So we've decided the winner of the Great British Bake Off.
Yes.
And the Deep Blue Sea Pod is Annie from Bridesmaids.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Makes sense.
I'm here for it. I would love it. I want to be the host so I can taste everything.
Wait.
And bother people and then ruin their bakes by accident.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Now, in Spy, Rose Byrne dresses like a slutty dolphin trainer.
She does.
She could be the Carter Blake in the remake.
And there's a kitchen fight in Spy.
Whoa. Nailed it.
Sans shark.
And she talks to animals in Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit.
I mean, be good. She's done it all.
Yeah, she can do it.
Rose Byrne stars in Deep Blue Sea remake. It's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we're done here. Yeah.
Done. Call the studio. It's over.
So I really missed something bad on the theory of relativity scene where Preacher's talking. And so he's like, when you touch a hot pan, a second feels like an hour. He's like, when you touch a hot woman, an hour feels like a second. I was like, yeah, like when you're with a pretty lady. And then Megan's like, no, a hot. Like, she's not literally hot. I was like, oh, man. It's a hot pan and a hot lady.
Hot woman.
My problem with that scene is that's not the theory of relativity. That's not what that means at all. Einstein's theory of relativity is more about how if I see two things happening that to me look like they're happening at the same time, you stood somewhere else might see one happening before the other one because of the distance between you and them and me and the things happening. Or if one of the things or one of the people is moving, it affects the time it takes for that event happening to get to you. Anyway, what they're talking about is not Einstein's theory of relativity at all.
It's more like perception.
Yes.
I think Skoggs knows that too. And since he's such
I think
a good
Skoggs
friend,
didn't go to Caltech. I think he's lying.
Oh, he flubbed. Are you saying he flubbed it? That's amazing.
I mean, evidence points towards it, given the rest of the film.
He went to Schmitzky Community College and just got a 2-year degree.
Wait,
took him 4 years to get a 2-year degree.
Greendale from Community?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, I know Preacher's a chef, but when he gets those protein bars, he's like, oh, I gotta have standards. Well, you gotta eat.
Remember I saw those and it was such a throwback to the 90s. Like, remember Power Bars?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Power Bars? When you go to that aisle in the grocery store nowadays, you don't, they're always vegan and they're vegetable based and they're non, additives and no sugar and all this stuff. They are not Power Bars.
What's in Power Bars? Power.
It's like it's a bar of it.
It's like Brondo.
They're the bugs from Snowpiercer.
Oh, yeah. What's in Brondo? Electrolytes. No, but I don't know. If you're hungry, you eat those. Like, they hadn't eaten in a while.
But even in death standards, I had no idea what they were. I had to probably pause it and zoom in because I've never had a Power Bar. I think they're an American thing. I could be wrong. But I just looking on their website, they don't look appealing at all.
You mean you don't like soy meal and protein smashed together with false sugar?
It's like Laffy Taffy.
You lost me at soy. Just immediately lost me at soy.
It sticks to your teeth. It's like eating Now or Later.
I mean, it's definitely filling. You might not be